Welcome back to DM Prep. My name is Ian and I will be your DM for today. Today we are prepping episode 35 of the Gilded Troll Plays Odyssey of the Dragon Lords. When last we left off, the heroes made their way to the puzzle cube, which you can see on, or I keep calling it the puzzle cube, it's the prison cube. They made their way to the prison cube and they used the magical word of power to open it. So we're gonna prep the prison cube. I just want to thank everyone for being here. A-Law, Horrible Tomato, Loopy Loon, Badger Forge, Super CTH, Shadows Assassin. Thanks for being here. I know that for some of you this is really early in the morning, and for some of you it's like in the fucking evening. Like it's just crazy that people want to watch me do DM prep. So thank you everyone for being here, especially for being in chat. Fast talking man today, as if that's any different from normal. I always talk real goddamn fast. Before we actually start prepping the prison cube itself, yeah, day that ends in Y, right? Exactly. Yeah, gotta go fast. Before we actually start prepping the prison cube, I wanted to talk about something that I don't know. I wanted to talk about something. So we've had at the Gilded Troll we've had an X card available pretty much for all of our games. Essentially, a player can just drag the X card out of their actors panel, slap it on the screen, and then they have, an X card shows up on screen that tells everyone, don't like this, stop it. And it's totally anonymous because no one has any clue who dropped the X card. And in the entire time we've had them, which is about 6 months now, nobody has used one. So what that tells me is that either no one wants to use it for fear of ruining other people's fun, or that they're not entirely sure when they should use it. And I get that. X cards are like, it's a very powerful tool, but I think it might be too powerful is the thing. So I've been researching better ways to do this kind of thing, and essentially what these are called, they're called safety tools. And essentially it allows the player to assert their own safety in an environment that should be safe. We're sitting around a table playing a game. Yes, there's dark themes, yes, there's violence and whatnot, but first and foremost, players should be safe. So I wanted to build some new tools for players to use to assert their own safety, essentially. And because everything is anonymous, there's no hard feelings. No one needs to know who did it. Yeah. And then after the session in our decompress, we can talk about it if the person who used the card, feels comfortable sharing with just the 6 or 7 of us that, it was them, here's why I used it, blah, blah, and then we can learn from that and move forward as a group. So I've been researching safety tools. Golden Lasso Games seems to have the most comprehensive explanation of the various types of safety tools, and I'm a fan of one called Script Change. There's this whole Google Doc. You can find it if you want, but you just go goldenlassogames.com/tools. Whole lot of information there. Golden Lasso Games actually mentions just rewind, pause, and fast forward, but what I want to do is I also want to add a stop card. So the rewind card is, I don't like that happened, I don't want that to be canon, let's go back. Pause is, hang on, what's going on here, just slow down, let's talk about this. Fast forward is, I'm fine with this happening, but I don't want to hear about it, let's skip over it. And then the pause card is something that we would use, or the stop card is something that we would use specifically for streaming, where we literally just say, okay, someone dropped a stop card, we're going to go to a break. We're just going to go be right back, maybe play some music, run an ad, we're going to talk about it as a group, and then we'll come back off, we're going to have a conversation off stream, because streaming complicates things, let's be honest. Streaming complicates games. In a group of just 5, 6, 7 friends sitting around a table playing, it's a lot easier to say, hey guys, I'm uncomfortable with this, than it is when there's 50 people watching. So that's what these cards are for. That's what I want to use them for. So I'm gonna start making them. So I already got a folder here. Here we're just gonna open this guy with GIMP. So this is the background that we use for our Gilded Troll logo. It's just a fancy looking background. It's nothing special. But I'm just gonna slap a rectangular border in here, and it looks like the border is taller than the images. So let's scale the border to the right height, and then we're gonna change the canvas size Some come for the DM prep, you come for the GIMP tutorial. Okay, why not? So how big is this layer? This layer is 1437 wide. So we're going to change the canvas size to 1437 wide, and we're going to center it. And bam, I've got a nice fancy card, like just like that, nice and easy. I'm actually not happy with how that's centered though. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to move the border over, because the brightness is a little off center. So let's do canvas size. Actually, let's put the border back in the middle and then move this guy to the left. That way we can just use the center button in the, and I can't move it up because I can't do that. All right, canvas size, width, center, resize. All right, so now I got this fancy card, and then I can just start dropping these symbols in here. I just literally got these off of Google. So I'm gonna scale this up like a lot. Let's go 4,000 pixels. Is that big enough? I think that's big enough. What do you think? So I don't need a play button. That's kind of unnecessary, but I do want a pause button. So let's grab you, new layer, hide that for now. Grab you, hide that for now. Symbols, move it back over. We got a stop symbol. Let's grab that. New layer, hide that, grab the symbols, move this over. And that's actually fine, as is. Technically, like, we've got this play button here. I'm just gonna delete the play button, that's fine. And then we can move the entire layer over. And then we can layer cropped content so that it is just that size. Now each of these are roughly, let's cropped content, layer cropped content, layer cropped content. So I just got a bunch of symbols stacked on top of each other. So let's name these first. So rewind, stop, fast forward, and pause. So I could do some math and actually like perfectly center it vertically, or perfectly center it like, actually, how do you center? Center layer in the canvas GIMP. Select the layer, select the alignment tool. Align, distribute vertical centers and targets. Okay. Q. Okay, so you are the first item. You're the first item, and then you center. Distribute center. It's not working. All right, I'm gonna actually look at the list. I know it needs to be a vector layer. No, I don't think so. All right, select the layer where the image resides. Item image you want to align. Hang on. Select the alignment tool. Cool, got it. Whoops, that's the wrong window. Select the alignment tool. Select the item or image you want to align. Got it. Select the perspective tool. Was that it? Just select that line. Yeah, nothing's happening. Is it already centered and I'm just dumb? Alright, let's try this. Let's move you like way out. And then center it. No. Alright, I'm gonna give up on that because it's dumb and I hate it. We're just gonna do it manually. That's fine. I'm just gonna visually center it. No big deal. Nope, not you. You. Nope, not you. You. There we go. We're just gonna do visual centering. Alright, that's gonna cut it, I think. Alright, so I just made cards. It's nice and easy. So export as rewind. Oh, these are big, aren't they? Why is this so humongous? It's 1400 by 2000 pixels. Why is it taking so incredibly long? Oh, I know why it's taking so incredibly long, because my hard drive is insanely full, and it doesn't like that I'm trying to make a 3 megabyte file. Why is this 3 megabytes? This does not need to be this big. Cancel. Image, scale image. We're gonna make it half that size. It does not need to be that big. Real talk, it just does not need to be that big. So we're just gonna make them all a lot smaller. Rewind. Yep, rewind already exists. That's fine. Fast forward. So one of the things that you need to do with your players is you need to make it very clear to them that this is a tool that they have available to them. And then you need to make it very clear to them what the tools are for and when to use them, so that they know when to use them. So I created a folder in Foundry called Script Change, and I'm going to start adding actors to it. So let's do fast forward, and then this is a non-player character. I just realized last night what those mean, but that's fine. I'm going to make a new folder for these. So we're going to call this Script Change. Go in there, choose Odyssey. Nope, it's not an Odyssey, it's in Streaming Assets, Script Change. And this, I'm making fast forward. Wait for it to upload, select file. So now I have a fast forward card. And then all I gotta do is configure permissions, and then all of the players are owners of this. And what that ends up doing is the players own this, which means they can create it if you have the correct permission. So I'm going to show you which permission that is. So if you go to Configure Settings, Open Permission Configuration, you need to scroll down and make sure that you check Create New Actors for players. If they can't create new actors, then they can't drop this on the screen. So yeah, so we're going to duplicate this. Duplicate. And then we're going to call this Rewind, and then give it a new... Hey, that one guy, how's it going? How'd your stream go? I had to dip because I had to get ready for my stream. Hi, Jordan. How are you? So one thing I want to double check is that this is... Okay, so this is actually a bad idea. Okay. So when you make a new actor, it... the profile picture. Hey, we got a gift sub from an anonymous gifter for Lethal Sandwich. Thanks for the gift sub, anonymous gifter, and welcome to the gifted sub, Lethal Sandwich. So yeah, when you make a copy, it populates both the profile picture and the prototype token. So when I make a duplicate, I have to go in and change both of those, which is annoying. But then I don't have to configure permissions. It's kind of 6 of 1. Like it's lose-lose basically. So these are non-player characters. I actually don't know if Stop was a non-player character. Whoops. Hope so. So we've got these fancy-looking cards. Yeah, welcome to the gifted sub. I've been saying that forever. It was a mistake at first, but now it's on purpose. If someone gets a gift sub, it's welcome to the gifted sub, because it sounds close enough to welcome to the Gilded Troll. So now we've got these script change cards, and the hey L2, how's it going? So yeah, now we've got these script change cards, so a player can literally just drop it in. But look, they're not nearly large enough. So what I need to do is go into the prototype token and change the grid width. And let's get the aspect ratio of these things. Just kind of figure it out. So it looks like so 719. That's close enough to 70, so we're going to do 1024 divided by 70. So looks like 10 by 14 is a good ratio. But let's actually do 20 by 28 so that they're always super visible. So slam. Like, this thing's huge. Like, you can't miss it. Although, if they're in this tiny room, like, this is what they can see in this room. Like, this is all they can see right now. So if I drop a fast forward card in here, that's too large. That is too large. Also, I've just given them vision of, like, oh no, the card doesn't have vision, I don't think. So yeah, 14 by 20 by 28 is too big, so let's do 10 by 14. So update token, and then I just need to do that for all of them. 10 by 14, update token. By 14, update token. 10 by 14, update token. All right, so now, now they should be able to, and I'm actually just gonna, I'm paranoid, so I'm gonna go ahead and reset Fog of War for this scene. So one of the things that I did off stream was that I realized that my players, because I put my players down here, like they can only see this room, that's all they can see. But there's so much more to this thing, like this art over here. So I made a transparent actor. So I have a PC called Z the Observer. I named it Z because I have the PCs sorted alphabetically, which is how I want them. And I gave it Z, like the letter Z, so that it's at the alphabetical end. But now that I think about that, I think I'm actually just going to edit this folder, change it to manual sorting, and then just call this guy The Observer. And then I'm just going to rearrange these PCs a little bit. So Kyra's down here, Mr. Nibbles goes up with Remir. Alaris, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, yeah, H comes before J, and then O, R, S. Okay, so E, H, J, O, R, S. Mr. Nibbles right next to Remir, and then we have Kyra, the Ultros, and the Observer right at the end. Yeah, it's kind of like Z, the Observer, yeah. I thought about it as soon as I said it out loud, and then I was just like, I don't want that to be confusing for people, because we do, like, we just refer to you as Z, because Z-C-I-E is hard to pronounce, so you're just Z. But yeah, I don't want confusion there, so it's just the Observer. Sorry. But I created this, this actor that I can just place somewhere. It's got bright vision of 10,000 units. And then all of my players are observers on it. So if you can go to configure permissions, all players have the observer permission, so they can see what it sees, but they can't move it. So I put that out here so that when my players load up this scene, they can see this puzzle cube, a prison cube. Why do I keep calling it a puzzle cube? So they can see that. But as I was saying, we've now got our script change cards. They exist. They are usable. They have vision, apparently. Let's fix that. I know. Dim vision, bright vision, dim light, none. Okay. I don't... Like, why does... Oh, it's just stop that has it. That's weird. Oh, because it's a player. Got it. That's why. Alright, so let's make a new stop, and then... Okay, I need to delete stop, and then make a new one. Unless there's a way to make it an NPC. All players are... Oh no, all players are supposed to be owner. I'm just going to delete it and start over, because I think I accidentally made it a player character, and it's supposed to be a non-player character. This is what Foundry looks like for the DM, yeah. So it's pretty similar to what it looks like for the players, I think. I could be wrong. So stop, and let's go into the prototype token. We're gonna make it 10 by 14. Make sure it has no vision. Okay, it's got no vision. Cool. Update token. And now when I drop it, it does not have vision, so it's not gonna like, oh yeah, this is what that token can see. It's like, no, the token can't see anything because it's not a player character. All right, so we've got these cards, and now this is what happens if a player drops it. So these are still 10 by 14, and my players are in a 6 by 6 room. But as long as they do like that, it's like, what the fuck just happened? And then I can see I can see there's a stop card. So even if the players can't, I can. So it's not a problem. So with that out of the way, 20 minutes into our DM prep session, let's actually start prepping some D&D. And by that I mean let's prep content. Like what we did was prepping D&D. You should always, there is a way to change actor type. Open an actor sheet and click the sheet button. Lies. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't actually know the difference between player character and non-player character in the create actor. Like, I don't really know what this does. I don't know what that do. I don't know. So anyway, let's prep some puzzle cube. So here's where I'm thinking. Here's what I'm thinking about in terms of the puzzle cube. This first fight is probably going to take about 45 minutes. Clay golems, which is essentially what they are not particularly powerful. The book only put 2 of them in there, which is cool. But overall, there's 8 primordial golems, 5. Yeah, there's 8 primordial golems. Oh, not him. 8 primordial golems, 5 bronze automata, and an ultraloth. Not an incredible amount of stuff in the prison cube. So I'm thinking that it's probably going to take them about 2 hours to clear this whole place, which means that we need to prep past it. But first we need to prep it. So so obviously we've got just combat here. That's nice and simple. They just attack as soon as you get inside, as soon as you step on the floor, which is kind of funny because Ramier can fly. So one of the things is that all ceilings are 15 foot high unless otherwise noted. I've doubled the size of everything, so it's going to be 30 feet. All the doors are made from iron. All the rooms are unlit. So those of them without dark vision shouldn't be able to see anything right now. Do they all have dark vision? You know what? The tokens probably do, but the characters might not. Yeah, like Alaris has 30 dim vision, and I don't think I put that in. Yeah, I doubled it. Yeah. Yeah, I doubled the size of everything because I was unhappy with how small it was. And yeah, every time I describe the on the side, so it's not bigger on the inside or anything like that. Alaris has 60 feet dark vision. Helios has none. Yasenna has none. Orsino has dark vision. Ramier has none. Scorpius has dark vision. Okay, so Alaris, Orsino, and Scorpius have dark vision. Okay. So I have to update their prototype tokens. Update token. Helios. What the fuck just happened? Helios does not have dim vision. Orsino, or it was Orsino and Scorpius? Yeah. Orsino does have dim vision. I don't know how Orsino got out of place. It's really weird. Weird. Okay. Ramier. No, where the hell did Helios go? What the fuck? That sort got really boned. Yasenna does not have dim vision. Ramier does not have dim vision. Mr. Nibbles, however, does have dim vision. Dark vision. And then Scorpius has dark vision. He's also got blind sight 10 feet, so I'm going to put that in as bright vision. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete all their tokens. And then, actually, let's double check Kyra real quick. She's got 60-foot dark vision. Okay. So I'm just going to slap their tokens back in now that I've modified them. Ramier, Orsino, Scorpius. What? Alright, so Foundry, I'm not going to use alphabetical or manual sorting anymore. I guess this guy is going to be, see the observer again. That was just, the sorting here just sucks. the big one, so I'm not going to bother with it. And then Kyra's going to be in the back corner. So, okay, so they're all in here. And now Helios can't see jack shit. I am going to reset Fog of War again. Just paranoid. So Helios can see for some reason. He can see as if he had seen. I don't know. It's weird. So I'll ask them at the start of the session, like, hey, there's no light in here, and only half of you have dark vision. Who's got light? I do know Scorpius has the Gem of Brightness, so that's a thing. So, you know, one of the cool things about Foundry is that there's doors. So players can actually open doors on their own. They can just walk over to a door and click on it. Why aren't you attaching to the other wall? That's annoying. Not important, as long as I can't see through it. Oh, cool, they can, because I futzed with it. Whatever. Let's reset the fog. Whoa, let's not delete ambient light object. Let's reset the Fog of War. I do that a lot, just reset the Fog of War. So, anyway, so we've got 4 primordial golems, which are, of course, clay golems. Clay golem. Let's look them up. Statistically, they're identical to clay golems. 133 hit points, which means that total they have about 500. Did Helios not use continual flame? What kind of druid even is he? I don't think he has, no. So the one thing that I have decided about the golems is that haste, because I think clay golems are stupid, so haste is going to be a bonus action instead of an action, and instead of giving them a bonus action haste attack, it's going to give them a haste action haste attack, like the haste spell. The only way to change an actor to an NPC or vice versa is through a macro. The difference between NPCs and actors is the character sheet they use in default settings like link actor data and token disposition. Okay, that's neat. The fact that you can only do it through a macro is kind of annoying, but I am macro boy. I'm good at macro because I know the JavaScript. So yeah, haste is going to be a little bit different. They're going to have resistance to spells. That's cool. If they decide to try to polymorph, LOL, immutable form. And then berserk. They can go berserk. So that's neat. Once it goes berserk, continues to do so until it's destroyed or regains all its hit points. Cool. And then they're healed by acid damage. At what point of the campaign building process is best for taking the player's character's backstory into consideration? Immediately. You should be taking the character's backstory into consideration at session 0, not even session 1, session 0, and then you should start seeding details about important details from the character's backstory throughout the campaign. I aim for having one of the character's backstories be important every 2 to 3 sessions. Sometimes it's back-to-back sessions, sometimes it goes 4 sessions between, but on average, every 2 to 3 sessions, something from someone's backstory should be important. And it doesn't have to be like, an entire person shows up, but, if a player says in their backstory that this is a thing that, I try to avoid, then, yeah, this campaign's been riddled with character backstory relevance, and I think that that's absolutely perfect. So in session, I want to say like 8 or so, Scorpius got ambushed by an assassin from the Lady of Coins. That was from his backstory. In session 3, they went to the Mossy Temple. That was something from Helios's backstory. So typically the players create their character before knowing anything of the world they're in. Not at my tables. So that's not how we do this. That's not how we do things here at the Gilded Troll. In our session 0, I always make an effort to tell the players as much about the story world as I can, and then they build the character, and by their character I mean who that person is and not the stats, around the world that they're in. Like, these aren't just people that exist in a vacuum, these are people who exist in a world, so their backstory isn't, like, their backstory, obviously they can invent details about the world when they're writing their backstory, but they should have the tools with which they can add details to their character's backstory that makes sense in the world that they're living in. So if a player for Odyssey had said, yeah, I want to be from a city that I'm trying to think of a detail that would just not remotely fit in Odyssey. I want to be from the biggest city in the world, and it's a city just out in the middle of the ocean. I'd be like, well, that's just not true about this place. The biggest city of the world is a port city, which is always true. The biggest city in the world is always going to be a port city, because that's how cities get big. Yeah, so like giving your players details about the world. There is the giant turtle. Shut up, Alot. With super magic items for sale. I don't think there was super magic items. They were okay magic items, I think. But yeah, anyway, let's get back to D&D. And by D&D, I mean this campaign. So, depending on which direction they head, they could either go, this is a completely empty room. That room just doesn't anything. This room is worthless. God. So it's a duck-based content. Nice name. There's a giant turtle in Odyssey. It's literally a dragon turtle and her children, and then there's just like a sort of a trading port on the back of the mama dragon turtle. I think all of the inhabitants of that city are aquatic. So sea elves, tritons. There's actually a marid as well. They can all breathe water. So when the dragon turtle dives, they don't die. So that's cool. That's all it is. It's not like a world turtle like Discworld. It is not. The entire world is not on the back of a turtle. So yeah, Nedwave. That's my Triton boy. A Triton boy. He right here. Discworld campaign went. I'm not that big a fan of Discworld to run a whole campaign in it. I would much rather just run a campaign in my homebrew world. Which is funny because I'm literally starting a homebrew campaign in a week, and it's in the Forgotten Realms. There's a GURP setting written for it. Nice. So anyway, combat, exploration. Like this whole dungeon is not super complicated. The most complicated part of it is this room. This door locks. How do you lock a door? Oh, I can right click it. Okay. So that door locks if they Sunday. Not this coming Sunday. Tomorrow Sunday we're doing Casey's Toys with Moses, Alot, Steph, Christian, and Nicole. 3 of whom are here. So that's neat. And then the Sunday after, on the 28th, we're starting Trolls for Hire, which is a homebrew campaign. It's a homebrew West Marches campaign featuring 15 people. Does it pause game when players open doors? It doesn't. Players can just open doors with impunity, and then I have to be quick on the draw to pause the game and stop them from barging in. So the most complicated thing is in Area 6. What is the trigger for actually doing that? Is it strange mechanism? It needs to be awakened. Primordial Realm opens the circular door on the far end of the hall. Okay, so when this door is opened, that door slams shut. And then one of the golems does it because they're immune to poison. They are immune to poison. Okay. So it just washes over them and they don't give a shit. Luke is going to test that pause reflex. Absolutely. So that is why I installed a module called Hey Wait. So I can literally specify, like, if someone steps in this area, the game pauses. So that's a thing. I believe it can if you do a lot of automation with certain mob, but it's easier to auto pause on token location. Yeah, so Hey Wait, I've just set this area up. If a player enters that area, game pauses. So that's a thing. Yeah, and if I wanted, I could put one here. In fact, I think I will. Trigger animation type exclamation. All right, so I've got a Hey Wait tile right there. If someone steps in front of that door, it's gonna pause because no one's gonna step in front of the door without like trying to open the door. Right? I'm just gonna get rid of it. I don't think it's really important. I'm not super worried about pausing the game because I'm not super worried about using the VTT. So the VTT to me is a tool. The VTT is not the game. The game we're playing is D&D, and it exists in our minds. The VTT is a tool that helps us synchronize what is in the minds of the 7 people at the table. Probably check for traps and things before opening it. That's reasonable. That is reasonable. They'll probably listen, like, what the hell's in here? And they're going to hear nothing because it's just full. It's full. So Chamber of the Guardian, for some reason, to get to Area 8, you have to go through Area 9 and 10. Or at the very least, you have to go through 10. There's no way to get to Area 8 without going through 10. There's so many interstitial chambers that are just absolutely worthless. And that really bugs me. Like, it bugs me a lot. So the thing with the Ultraloth is he's totally willing to just fuck over Lutheria. So if the players say, hey, like, we're trying to fuck over Lutheria, he'll be like, I'm down. But when they enter, I'm just imagining him sitting there playing cards with the automata, and they're just literally worthless. Synchronized 7 minds, monkey with symbols. Yeah, absolutely. Exactly. That's exactly what we sound like. The 7 of us synchronizing minds. So the Ultraloth is going to speak through the automata. Playing 20 squares? No, they're just playing cards. Yeah, fine, it's 20 squares. Yeah, he's practicing for when Lutheria comes back so he can beat her, because he knows she really likes it. He's practicing for when she comes back so he can beat her and get the fuck out of this place because he hates it here. Cards with the automaton, 788 wins in a row. 20 squares. 788 wins in a row. He's beaten each of them 788 times, and he's literally never lost. So he thinks he's hot shit. And if they want to play him, that'd be neat. So that'd be cool. Strange goblets are filled with purple worm poison. That's just metal. But purple worm poison is an injury poison, isn't it? Fairly certain it is an injury poison. Yep, it's an injury poison. So I don't know what drinking it does. Like in here it says like if you're above anyone who drinks or breathes the poison takes the full damage. Okay, good to know. Nope, anyone who drinks it takes full damage. Eat a dick. I can see Luke drinking it. And then after the second round of the poison room filling, anyone with 75% of their hit points or fewer takes full damage instead of 1d6 damage. And then if you're underwater in it, then you're getting fucking rocked. Filled with purple worm poison. So he's got a talisman of the sphere, but he doesn't like the talisman is for releasing it or for killing it. He doesn't want to do that. He just wants to wake it up. And in order to wake it up, you just dump some poison on it with the lever that is in area 5, I believe. No, so there's 2 levers here. One, okay. Yeah, how do you wake it up? Oh, duh. It's when you open this door, poison fills this room and then drains through the floor slowly. How long does that take? Circular door automatically closed. Lever can be used to open, drains to the holes. Okay, how long does it take to drain? Cool. That's neat. The circular door is opened. Fills in 3 rounds. Automatically closes and locks after 3 rounds. Auto locks, dex, DC 20 dex check. Thieves' tools. Lever beside the door can be used to open the small holes in the floor. Poison drains through the holes onto the Shadow Dragon. The Nether Titan below and awakens the Gargantuan Beast. It doesn't say how long it takes for the room to drain. I think the book is just assuming that you're gonna bust out instead of draining it, which is kind of silly. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, that it takes, I don't know, like that's a big aperture, and it takes 3 rounds. Well, let's see. Let's say this is a 10-foot diameter circle, and then let's let's do some quick maths. So these drains, how big's them? Oh, god damn it, I can't actually, because my measurement is snapped into the grid. Let's call them 3-foot diameter. So we've got, yeah, let's go 2.5. Let's go 2.5. So 2.5 divided by 2 times, so we're going to square that. So we got 1.56. And then this would be 25. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So times 10 divided by 25. So it drains 63% as fast as it fills. So it would take 5 rounds to empty, but that's 5 rounds. So if the floor is open while it's filling, it's going to be 3 rounds of filling and then 2 rounds of emptying. Okay. And if it fills for 3 rounds and then they open it, it's going to take 5 rounds to empty. Quick maths. The entire volume of 6 can empty area 6 in 5 rounds. If the floor holes are open as it fills for 3 rounds, then empties for 2. Otherwise, it takes 5 rounds from the time the lever is pulled to fully empty. All right, cool. And like I'm literally just basing, and like honestly, like you would not be able to fit, like even though those are 2.5 feet in diameter, because of the grates, it would flow through slower. Don't care. Not doing more math because the math that I did is plenty, and my watch is being dumb. That's fine. Yeah, so this whole area is kind of weird. There's a lot going on here, but not much the players can interact with. So I think what's going to happen is they're going to get through this place in about 2 hours, and then they're gonna draw Lutheria to them, and then the resulting noise echoes across the entire nether scene, attracts the attention of Lutheria. In this case, she will sail to investigate the prison in her throne ship Hypnos. Only after 24 hours of angry activity will the Tarasco, tired of battering itself against the walls of its prison, return to its slumber. Doesn't say how long it takes Lutheria to get there. So let's just say it takes 5 hours. It takes Lutheria 5 hours to reach the prison once the Nether Titan is awakened. So if the players actually look down into the pit and they see the dragon, none of them have Devil's Sight, I don't think. And we can just say that it is just limbed magical darkness. That's just a thing that it does because it's a shadow dragon. So the thought that I was in the middle of having, and then I interrupted myself, was that they will have identified all 4 of the Nether Titans in Apocalypsis. The Kraken, the Behemoth, the Tarask, and now the Shadow Dragon. They will have had non-zero experience with all of them, so it's foreshadowing, yay! And then I could actually decide to add the Myrmikis as a 5th Titan, if I so chose. They're not going to get a long rest before Lutheria gets there. Should they? Do they need one? I don't think they're going to need one. Like, combat here I don't think is going to be particularly strenuous. Like, this fight's going to be the biggest one, and I don't think it's going to be that big a deal. I could be wrong. And if they get absolutely, like, shit-stomped, actually, you know what? They can decide whether or not they want a long rest, because once they're in here, they can go, yeah, we want to wake them up, but not yet. Can we rest first? And the Ultralot's going to be like, okay, whatever. So the players get to pick, you know. The players just get to pick. So then we've got Hypnos. So let's go to Hypnos. And then once again, oh god, there's so much. There's a lot we need to do at Hypnos. like, first of all, like, fix the map. Because the map's broken. Images, maps, dungeon Hypnos, select file, save changes. Yeah, there we go. So, as before, we're going to add a... That's okay. We're going to add Z the Observer. So Z the Observer can see the barge and the dude. So that's cool. What are you? Why are you out here? Get over here. There's no reason for you to be out that far. Okay. Okay. So yeah, all these tokens are broken too, which is real neat. Love it. What even are you? Cultist. What did your... Dude Thylea. Love it. I think I deleted that. That's great. That's cool. I deleted that file because I thought it was stupid. Cool. I didn't know I needed that. I deleted a lot of files. Lay me a copy. Thylea Kids? Oh man, there's a lot of work I need to do to Hypnos. Crap. Is this Lutheria? Yeah, that's Lutheria. There's also no throne on this barge, which is really inconvenient. How are you supposed to get over to where she is? It's really confusing to me. Lutheria's garden. The entire vessel is covered in lush green, and it obscures details of its deck, hides any crew who might be on board. Strange garden's vibrant colors stand out in stark contrast against the murky grays of the nether sea. Chaotic mix of scents, pleasant, revolting, and exotic drift from the abundant flora. Okay. Sitting on the throne in her garden. Where is there a throne? Like there's like these pools? I don't see a throne. Do you have to like bushwhack through here to get to Lutheria? Very confusing. And her token's broken, so let's fix that. I rearranged all my files, so everything got broken, so I just need to fix everything. Yay. I should just search Lutheria. Select file. Update token. There we go. Let's snap her to the grid. Is it snap her to the grid? Why isn't she snapping to the grid? Oh, because the... Oh, God. Are you shitting me? Because the map grid is not perfectly aligned with the... Oh, gridless. That's neat. So changes? Great. Cool. Love it. Right. So, is it too big or too... It's too big. 90? Now it's too small. 95. That looks really close. Ever so slightly too small. So let's go 96. Is it really? I'm really confused as to what's happening now. It gets really close, and then down here it gets really bad. I don't think these two maps line up is the problem. Yeah, they don't line up. Crap. Hey, we got a follow from Hoozy86. Thanks for the follow, Hoozy. Yeah, now I'm starting to see why the grid is gridless. I am going to put it 97, just because that's a little bit closer. She's just a little off. It's fine. Oof. Okay, so nothing snaps anywhere. That's cool. I don't hate that or anything. And then measurement should still work. Yeah, that looks right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so measurement still works, but the grid's not gonna line up, and that bothers me a lot, but what am I gonna do? So I gotta fix all these. Gotta fix all these dudes. That bugs me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna search Goatling. We're gonna fix the prototype. We're gonna fix the actor. Goatling token. Prototype token, image, images, NPCs, Goatling token, update token. Alright, so now you're a Goatling, you're a Goatling, you're a Goatling. Are they all? Nope, that's a satyr. Alright, so let's delete these. Delete these 3 Goatlings, replace them. Oh boy. Satyr. I'm trying to find all the Goatlings. Just replace them all at once. There's a Goatling. And this is what I get for rearranging my files. Goatling. Who are you? Satyr Minstrel. Goatling. Okay. So you and you are Goatlings. Cool. Alright, so got all the Goatlings. I gotta do the Satyr Minstrels. Yeah, shame on me for trying to be organized. What are you guys down here? Jackal Wares. You're all Jackal Wares. So let's fix Jackal Wares. Images, NPCs. Jackalware, select file. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Whoops, not what I wanted. I wanted to delete it, not duplicate. So let's just delete that whole guy. And we're gonna import it from pictures. I don't like that token border. Incidentally, that's what I'm not liking. Jackalware, import. Thank you. Alright, so let's just slap some Jackalwares in here. Okay, we've got Jackalwares. I'm sure there's Jackalwares elsewhere, like him. Are these all Jackalwares? Nope, that's a Lamia. That's a Jackalware. He can go away. That's a Jackalware. He can go away. So there's 3 in here. Oh, actually, I just realized that Jackalwares are worthless and have no business being here. They don't do literally enough to matter. So they're either going to exist in great numbers, or I need to add way more stuff. So one of the things I wanted was a Marezi. Nope. Import. Creatures. Marezi. Which is a type of fiend, which Lutheria is all about. So we've got a Marezi here. We've got a Marezi here. We've got a Marezi and 2 up here. And these 2 can be Septus and Trelia. Do I have a Septus? I don't. So there's so much broken stuff in here. Like, I have a lot of work to do to like rearrange stuff and whatnot, and it's just like everything's broken because I moved all the files around. Damn me for being organized. That's what I get. I have a layer action NPC. That's cute. Woof. All right, let's keep going. Satyr Minstrel. Let's fix him. NPCs, Satyr. Yeah, that works. Images, NPCs, Satyr, update. I think you're a Lamia. Nope, you're a Satyr. You're a Lamia. You're a Lamia. You're a Satyr. Yep. Okay. Who are you? You're a Fury. Okay. You're the Furies. Cool. You're a Lamia. Cultist. 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 And cultist. Neat. Do I have... Let's do cultist. Which one is it? That's neat. Well, I'm just gonna delete one and then... Actually, I'm just gonna delete both of them because that's just an import away. You're the Lamia. And cultists at CR 8th are kind of irrelevant to PCs of their level, but that's a Lamia. Are you? You're also a Lamia. Is everything left a Lamia? I think so. Okay. Yeah, everything left is a Lamia. So let's delete the copy, fix the Lamia. Oh, they have a bunch of different art, don't they? Alien BB Lady 01. Let's see. Did they all have the same? Yeah, it looks like they all have the same. Okay. So, let's see. Images, NPCs, Alien, BB Lady 101. Sure. I don't like that. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to rename this Transformed Lamia. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to import the original Lamia. Okay. Alright, we've got regular Lamia. And then there's a way to transform polymorpher. What? What? Yeah. What the? Oh, god damn it. I don't know what I did. I thought polymorpher. I guess that's open list. Does that just keep everything? Don't merge. Does that? Did that work? Can I unpolymorph? How do I unpolymorph now? Okay, that feature doesn't do what I thought it did. So I'm just gonna say screw it and drop a bunch of Lamia. You're Lamia, right? Transformed Lamia. Yeah, I guess I'll just drop transformed Lamias. Whoops, I did not update the token. Images, NPCs, BB. Okay. We're on her barge still, yeah? Yep. Yeah, I'm just getting rid of all the Lamias and adding transformed Lamias. I don't know why they're transformed. Is that a thing they can do? You got breakfast. I'm proud of you. It's 1 p.m., but I'm proud of you. Self-care. Self-care, motherfucker. Yeah, I won. It's fine. So... do we have... Is there art in the... Do I have art? Number 1. Let's take a look. Who are you? What is your art? Rinny's 4. That is not an Rinny's at all. And the fact that I know what it is really annoying me. I don't have a Rinny's art. I don't have an Rinny's token. I'm going to go on the Odyssey Discord. Do I have thoughts yet on Lotharia's stat block and her general demeanor? I don't, unfortunately. I'm hoping, because I haven't had time to really think about that, because I'm trying to get trolls for high off the ground. Yeah, I really unfortunately don't have a clue. So I've got a Megara token. Did I already have that, actually? Doesn't look it. Yeah, I can't really pin anything down. It's really rough and bothering me. So we got Megara, Tisiphone. Cool, no Tisiphone. Electo. Neat. What about the Odyssey subreddit? Odyssey of the Dragon. In terms of her general demeanor, I do know that... wow. Electo... Furies. What? Aranes. Love it. Alright, so I've got a Megara token. That's just gonna have to be the Aranes token. Aranes. What is this one? I don't like that. What is this? That's just bleh. Alright, so let's upload Megara. So I do like the Megara art. Tokens. Megara. I generally try not to use token art for their profile picture, but there's art in the book for them, right? Yeah. Yeah, so there's Megara. Megara. I don't even know where I'd find the art for her, so I'm just searching for it. Yeah, oh, there it is. So there's Megara. And, wow, that's literally it. Okay, that's apparently it. That's the art. Just this one. Just her. There's no art for the other two. Yeah, what a bamf. So here's the thing. Electo, Megara, and Tisiphone are the queens of the Aranes. There was something he showed when Helios got taken away for oath breaking. Yeah, it was this. This was the art that I showed. Yeah, that was all I had. I think I described her whip. I don't think I actually showed a whip of any sort. But here's the thing. Megara, Electo, and Tisiphone. Whoa. All my walls are off. All my walls are off. I gotta fix it. How do I fix it? There we go. Okay, that would have been really bad to not have those walls correct. I am going to put a big heckin' door here. Just one big door. Something I showed when Helios got taken away from... Yeah, I already addressed that. But yeah, having my walls offset would have been real bad. So now that I've got all the tokens in, let's just get them sort of where they're supposed to be. One of the things that I would like to do is go through every single one of these encounters and like make it interesting. Don't know that I have time to do that. I'm gonna reset Fog of War because it's doing dumb things. I think some of these tokens are built as PCs. Like, I shouldn't be seeing their vision, I don't think. But I could be wrong. Like, what is this? Like, why you ain't got no visions? Just kind of slapping them close to squares. Jackaloirs are up here. So yeah, anyway, Electo, Megara, and Tisiphone are the queens of the Furies. Sorry, the queens of the Arañes. So in Area 3 of Hypnos, I don't think those are just some Arañes. Yeah, there's just 2 Arañes. It's not actually the Furies, but when Lutheria... Whoa. When Lutheria, if you play the royal game with Lutheria, the Furies come to enforce the rules of the game. If the players become hostile or uncooperative, the Furies summon 7 Arañes for backup. Holy shit. Damn. 10 Arañes? That's a lot. So, do we think they'll make it back to Mirror Prison? Trying to remember the order of events in Nether Sea. They're pretty focused on just Lutheria, right? Yeah, they're kind of just focused on Lutheria, which is a little disappointing because there's a lot more down here that's interesting. I would like for them to go to the Mirror Prison. I think that'd be neat. I don't know if it's going to happen. Yeah, I don't know. They're feeling the time pressure. I think it's less that they're feeling the time pressure and more that, like, there's nothing else important down here. It's not like the sea disappears. Yeah, but it's not like they're going to be... Like, if they deal with Lutheria, they're not going to go... Actually, you know what? If they deal with Lutheria, if they just talk to Lutheria, she could be like, oh, and there's that one dragon in that one place that, you know, if you're going to fight Sidon, you might want another dragon. And then that would be enough for them to go, oh, okay, I want to go check that out. And then we can do Mirror Prison. That'd be neat. But that would be after after Hypnos. So the way that I'm expecting them to deal with Hypnos is that they'll probably want to sneak aboard, but maybe not. And then if they sneak aboard, this would be the natural place to go. You know, they would just sneak into the boat docks, and yeah, that's the thing. That's basically that. So the entire point of the Lamia is to use their intoxicating touch on people, to give them disadvantage on whiz saves, because Lutheria's got lots of those. I think. I could be wrong. Let's see. What's Lutheria got for whiz saves? Features. Disrupt life. That sounds like a con save. Yep. Madness. Whiz save. DC 23 whiz save. Yeah. With disadvantage, you're not saving that. She's got spellcasting. What's in her spell book? Neat. Innate spellcasting. Blight, Pass Out Trace, Dream, Hideous Laughter. I mean, Hideous Laughter is pretty cool. Irresistible Dance. Okay, she's got some fucking spells. Problem is, with 313 hit points, she's a pushover, and that's kind of a problem. I'm at a point where I need to go to the bathroom, so I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna run an ad. I'll be back in just a few minutes, and I'm gonna think about what I want to do with Lutheria, because it's kind of been stewing in the back of my mind, but I wanna give it some real, like, focused thought. And what better place to do that than the bathroom. So I'll be right back, and I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Welcome back. Okay, so I thought about Lutheria a little bit and realized that I'm kind of going into this assuming that the players are going to want to fight her, but I think it is much more likely that they want to just play 20 squares with her. They already know she likes the game. Yasena's really good at it. And the question is, what do they want to get out of it? So when they show up, when Lutheria sees them for the first time, she essentially challenges them instead of, what do they do about her wanting Helios dead? Yeah, that's the thing. So she wins. Lutheria is delighted. She slaughters all 7 of the Ultros crew that served as their pieces. The Furies ensure that the wager is honored before departing. She's now in an excellent mood and willing to grant each of the heroes a boon. We can't shake about Lutheria. She doesn't want to die for Sidon's vanity project. She's got her own ego, but she wants to live and let them think they've won because she's long con. Right. But she's also upset if Sidon dies later on. I don't know. Yeah, she doesn't want to die. She's not into fighting, but Helios kind of needs to defeat her. Like, if Helios doesn't get to kill her, it's going to feel like crap. So she doesn't want to fight, and the players kind of want to fight, but they also don't. The dead belong to her, though, so maybe she gets him. So she gets him no matter what. Well, so the prophecy is that Helios is fated to break the power of death, and she doesn't know what that means, and that scares her. I don't know. Theros asked Lotharia to renew her commitment to the Oath of Peace. So the other thing is that Steph has been saying that she's on her last life this entire time. Would she run? Probably. Helios, has been saying that Helios is on his last life for a while now because, like, he's supposed to die 3 times, and he's already died twice. So Steph thinks that he can only die twice, and then the 3rd time, like, he just dies. But he actually gets another saving grace. I kind of want Lotharia to kill, like, half of them and use up some of their get out of jail free cards. Scorpius's get out of jail free card is amazing, and I really want to see it. It's Damon shows up, and that's real neat. What else is there? What are there other epic path? No, running epic paths. So everyone has one get out of jail free card except Alaris. Alaris has used hers, and Helios has used one of his 2. So Remir's got his, Orsino's got his, which is Versi appears within an hour. Pythor appears within an hour. The Doomed One, he just comes back with True Res instantly. Yasena will disintegrate if she dies, and then get True Resed by Valis. Alaris has used hers. That was Granny Morta, which is interesting. And then Damon. So yeah, everyone. So Remir and Orsino, if they die, Remir, Orsino, or Yasena, if they die, like, they're out of the fight. Like, they're just gone. But Helios or Scorpius, like, I could literally just say, here, Jesse, have a lich. Play a lich. Go have fun. So that'd be neat. Yeah, like, I really want them to be. It's rough. Like, I don't really know what they want out of this. Like, I don't know what my players want going out of Hypnos. So I guess instead of trying to plan a cool story moment, just prep the ship and just be ready to, run it. The thing with the Jackalware is that they're I hate them. That's the thing with the Jackalware. I hate them. They're, like, out of left field, and I would much rather just have more Goatlings. Like, Jackalwares just seem kind of irrelevant at their level, but Goatlings at least are, like, thematically appropriate, so I'm just going to throw more Goatlings at them. Goatling Tricksters are kind of dumb, and I hate them. Like, what do they do that Goatlings don't? It just seems like last time, if I recall correctly, Goatling Tricksters are, like, Goatling Trickster, okay, they're better at mockery. Young Goatlings, from where Orsino made them starve to death. Alaris has diamonds for Revivify, though. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so, like, I can't even use their get out of jail. Like, Remir and Orsino, like, they're just gonna get back up within a minute because of Alaris. So, dude. Woof. Goatling Trickster just gets, like, some spells, which meant I am not running a friendly polymorph. Jesus Christ. That is insane. Yeah, this is rough. Got more Goatlings, though. That's cool. Confronting Lotharia. Gardens filled with Lutheria's servants, all of whom were engaged in debauchery and drunken revelry. 2 lamias, 2 satyr minstrels, and 7 goatlings, as well as Septus and Trellia, it seems. Unless something like Lutheria collects their soul immediately at the time of their death, so it isn't available to be put back in the body. Yeah, that's actually a good point. And then it would take them over a minute to figure out that they have to break her scythe to get their soul back, and then to free their soul, and then yeah, no, I like that. I like that idea. Yeah, or it would take over a minute to break the scythe. So so that's the power of death, is the scythe, essentially, as far as the prophecy is concerned. But I think Helios needs to die. Like, I actually have to try to kill Helios. Like, that's a thing that I need to do, which I don't think is going to be very hard, because every single creature is going to attack Helios. He is invisible, though, which makes things difficult. You foreshadow it as, like, as someone dies, her scythe glows. I was literally thinking it's just like the soul just flies into the scythe. Also, this scythe looks like crap. Like, that is just lame as hell. I'm not super worried about that, though. That's a pickaxe. It really fucking is. Yeah, why does it have 2 heads? There's no reason for it to have 2 heads. So yeah, Lutheria is kind of a mystery to me. It's kind of rough. 2 heads about one. Yeah, I mean, shut up. Like I've had this non-token art. Yeah, like I've had this alternative art of Lutheria for a while. But I decided not to use it. I think it's literally a League of Legends character just photoshopped. But I decided not to use it, and I just went with what's in the book. Also, the one thing that I decided about how to roleplay Lutheria is that my eyes will just be wide the entire time. I haven't picked a voice. I don't really want to do a voice because I don't do women voices good. I usually just try to, like, there's like a sort of graveliness to my voice, and I try to just minimize that for female voices. That's all. Just sort of smooth out the voice. Lutheria's throne shifts with her mood, withering and dying when she gets frustrated. I mean, that's a neat detail, but it doesn't really help me run her. Like, what does she want? What does she want? What do you want? It's not that simple. In many ways it can play out depending on the actions of the heroes. So everyone here is just like, everyone's just kind of fucking. She's just chilling over here, and I don't know what these pools are. Like, does the area even mention the pools? No, does not mention the pools at all. That's neat. It's cool. There's this whole table of things that they can eat and what happens, and it's just like, why? Why? Eating slug tubers reduces con by 5 but increases strength by 5, and it's like, what the fuck? Why would anyone eat these? Why though? Like, why did you devote a third of a page to this? I think Lutheria is actually like here. I'm just gonna delete that wall. That doesn't need to be here. Lutheria can just kind of shove herself through the wall, and then yeah, like this is kind of a lame battlefield. Real talk. them's over there. The fact that these are darkening every time tells me that they were made as PCs, and that's really bugging the shit out of me. Has vision? No. Which one did I just update? I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like no matter what I do here, it's gonna feel a little bit bad. And I want to come to a conclusion here, because I don't want to just, like, I feel like what I want to do right now is I want to just end the stream, say, okay, like, this is as far as I can get on stream, and then just sort of think about it for the next few hours, and maybe ask my players a few pointed questions. But I think what's more likely is that I will try, maybe what she wants is a guarantee her portfolio will not be touched. She's got us to death, and whatever gods come out of it, she wants her space to remain her own. Death, debauchery, and what's her third godly power? Dreams. She's a lady of dreams. But so it's the problem that I'm trying to solve is that the players want to do two different things. They want to get her to agree to a new oath, and they also want to kill her. So Helios wants to kill her because he's supposed to break the power of death. What if Lutheria literally only fights for as long as Helios is alive, and then once she kills Helios, she goes, okay, I'm done. We're done here. My job's here. My job here is done, children. Yeah. Oh, he was supposed to break the power of death, and yet he died. Would the players stop at that point? I think at that point, either they stop or she runs away. And then, or... Yeah, I don't think they would stop. I don't think they would stop. Like, someone just died. We can't stop trying to kill her. If she's, like... Yeah, I don't think they would stop. I'm trying to think of a reason for them to stop. I don't think there's any way for everyone to get what they want. Could she throw up a wall of force or something? She could. I could also just Deus Ex Machina and have her just whiz save everyone. Everyone whiz save versus unconscious, and it's just like, okay, you're sleeping, and she's done with you. And when they wake up, they're just somewhere else, like on the Ultros. That's what writing your women characters poorly gets you. Yeah, like it's... So the issue isn't that she's written poorly. Like, I understand her motivations entirely. My issue is getting, like, having her motivations make sense and not be completely jarring to the players. And essentially the problem that I'm having is I want to let my players eat their cake and have it too. That is the phrase. It's not the other way around. I want my players to be able to bargain with her, but I also want Helios to be able to, like, fulfill his epic path. And and I don't see any way to I'm trying to find a way to transition from one to the other. Either she kills Helios and then says, okay, I'm bored, so we're done here. She can't challenge them to 20 squares because then they get to set the wager. Deity's motivations don't always make sense to mortals. Yeah, it's not so much the motivations. They make sense to me, and I can make her motivations make sense. It's not that they don't make sense. It would be whiplash. Like, they go in expecting to just murder. And then she's like, well, hang on. Before we discuss business, if they ask her to renew her commitment to the Oath of Peace, she will agree to do so under one condition. They must swear an indefinite oath of service to her, do anything she asks for the rest of their lives, as if under the effects of an unbreakable Gesh spell. She agrees not to harm any of the mortal cities of Thylea. Her temples remain standing. She would still require sacrifices, but things would continue much as they have been. She has no interest in her husband's schemes. The heroes would still be free to assail Praxis and Battleside and negotiate with him separately. She will not interfere with these tasks. She agrees not to demand anything of the players until after they have dealt with her husband. My players would never agree to that. Like, not even remotely. Minutes pass. Okay. Can she tease them with knowledge? Do you even know why you're here? Do you want to listen to me or swing your little weapons around like my husband is so fond of? Yeah. And then, so if she does kill Helios, here's the thing. So if she kills Helios, she can go, okay, I'm done. And then, like, she can just, like, walk away, and then just plants grow in the way. And then, literally, like, moments later, Helios just wakes up, true rezzed, and then the players are just like, what? Okay, oh, okay. So how about this? So they show up. She knows they're being set up by the gods to take her down and technically destroy her peoples. Yeah. They show up. She's just sort of upset at them. Laughs at the doomed one like, you're supposed to be dead. And that bothers me, and now I'm going to kill you. And then she kills him over the course of, a fight. She six all of her minions on him. She laughs for a round. We give her a hilarious amount of hit points because she's a goddamn god. Should not have 300 hit points. Tree striding away would be infuriating for the PCs. So she's going to tree stride, like, she's just going to walk, like, over here. Like, she'll just be over here. But there's just going to be a wall of trees in the way. And, like, yeah, they can get over it or around it or whatever. But it's just enough for her to, like, separate herself from them. So actually what I am going to do is I'm going to put that door back. And then I'm going to open it. Whoops. And then when she goes through, I'll close it, lock it, and then... Yeah, okay, so they show up, and she catches sight of Helios and just laughs hysterically. And there's no conversation. It's just she laughs hysterically at Helios and just snaps her fingers at him, and then everyone attacks. She spends a round laughing, and then second round she starts fighting. And then we kind of... Honestly, I don't need to fudge anything. Just fucking absolutely dogpile Helios with all of these dudes. I probably need to add more dudes. How powerful are Marezi? Decently. They do charisma damage. Helios ain't got much of that. That is Yeah, Merezi are kind of terrifying for Helios. So the Merezi would just like start sapping Helios's charisma. They get they only have one bite. Okay. God, they can paralyze too. Jeebus. But yeah, between all of these enemies, multi-tag, claw dagger, claw intoxicating touch. Okay. I'm wondering how hard it would be to kill Helios. If I throw more Merezi at them and then just charisma drain them, it'd be real easy. Lutheria starts spending her legendary actions attacking him real easy because she can legendary action Crystal Scythe, which does a fuckload of damage. I think he has Helios has resistance to Lutheria's damage, so it would take a little bit longer than expected. 19 times 12, so we're gonna give her max HP. It's 190. That's not enough. We're just literally doubling it. Just doubling her hit points, because she really does need more hit points than 313. It's just not nearly enough. And then, yeah, like, I'm trying to think of how we can kill Helios quickly without it feeling garbage. So my plan is that she just attacks. She laughs for a round and then she just lays into Helios, and then Helios dies pretty quickly, and then she goes, okay, we're done here, and just walks away, and then all of her minions just kind of stand there like, I think she hates Helios enough to crit him. Thanks, Jordan. Nope, not that guy. Nope, still not that guy. TG Teacher Inspiration. That's the one I wanted. Thanks, Jordan. Now I have 2 crits. Oh my god, this is going to be gnarly. So yeah, I think that's going to feel less bad than just fudging shit. Like, oh, yeah, she hates you. She's going to crit the fuck out of you. Helios dies. She fucks off. Closes the wall behind her. She'll probably eat a bunch of opportunity attacks in the process. And then all of the servants just kind of stand there. And then Helios just wakes up because true res. Isn't she utterly insane? Not Joker insane, but flat out crazy. Yeah. Yeah? I mean, so the laughing is literally in the book. So, yeah. She laughs uncontrollably at the lifetime of misfortune she inflicted on Helios. So she kills Helios. Fucks off. And then they say, okay, what the hell? And then they try to follow after her through the trees with Helios alive. They go, okay, let's go. And then, they start pushing through the trees, and she gets annoyed and then just gets rid of the trees. Or I want to make sure that she can see Helios standing. Like, didn't I just kill you? And then she's just really confused. Defense mechanism and an oh shit when yeah. Well, no, I think at that point she would probably start laughing hysterically, and then she goes, and then we would go into like the as written kind of way that you're supposed to engage with her, and then like he died again, and then they I still don't know, like, how do we fulfill Helios will break the power of death without it just being, okay, cool, they kill her. Like, how do we get the royal game? I guess the royal game is just, how do we give them an opportunity to use the royal game, basically? So after she kills Helios, and then she fucks off, and then Helios gets back up because that's how it works. Then she sees Helios, and then she's really confused, and then now she finally gets serious, laughing hysterically still, like giggling to herself, but Wait. Okay. So it seems we've got some business to discuss, but yeah. How do they break the power of death without killing her? Can they? Can they break the power of death without killing her? I don't think so. I don't think they can break the power of death without killing her. I don't know why I'm so dead set on them not killing her. Is she willing to give up her scythe? For what though? What would she trade her scythe for? Does her scythe have any power over death? Yeah, I think breaking the scythe is breaking the power of death, because if we look at the haunted one, who we don't have a haunted one, but if we look at the haunted one, what they have to do is they have to destroy the scythe, which will release the souls of their family so that they can pass on to the afterlife. So like clearly the scythe steals souls. The scythe has power of death. And yeah. Break the power of death, snap scythe as it is. Right, yeah. So, but would she be willing to give it up? And I think she would be willing to give it up for the right price, but what is that price? Like, for the Oath of Peace, she wants their, like, eternal fucking servitude. And I'm pretty sure that's literally just a poison pill that the writers put in. Like, LOL, no one's ever gonna fucking take this. For the right price, Helios's head. That just seems mean. Like, I want it to be achievable. Like, I want it to be something that the players can actually, like, afford. Something that they wouldn't be, like, ridiculously opposed to. Fight her to near death. Give it the scythe in exchange for her life. So they ask for her scythe. She says, over my dead body. And then when she gets down to a quarter health, she says, I'll give it to you. Just spare me. I like it. I like it. Okay. Oof. This is complicated. This is a very complicated scenario. I think in terms of her actual, like, mechanics, I can improve on it, but I'm burning out a little. We're approaching 2 hours of DM prep. I think we're going to call it here. Under 100 hit points. I was thinking 25%, which would be 150 hit points or thereabouts. Just reading through her stuff. This doesn't even have an attack roll. It's literally just hit. It deals damage, which I don't think is true in here. Maybe this actually had, yeah, it's plus 17 to hit. I guess they just decided to give her plus 17 to hit. Plus 7 proficiency, plus 10 strength, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. If that doesn't have an attack roll, then it can't be a crit. So that's cute. I might homebrew this into D&D Beyond just so that I can roll it with Beyond 20. She needs way more hit points, but that's fine. I double her hit points. Plus 17 to hit. That might even hit Ramir. Yeah. I think she's going to focus all of her everything on Helios, though. Like, Helios might actually die again in the fight. He might die a second time against her. I don't think that's a problem, because once they get the scythe, he's actually, like, doomed one. This can happen only twice. No matter how the doomed one is raised from the dead, they will remain dead forever after dying a third time. This restriction ends once Lutheria is dead. So Yeah, so if she says, I'll give you my scythe, just don't kill me, they're going to go, well, we want more than that because we could just kill you and take your scythe. Then she might be willing to agree to the oath of peace. Maybe. So yeah, she offers, if they say, okay, let's play the royal game, or if they just talk to her and she's entertained, some degree of the oath of peace if it's negotiable. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if the players actually want to extend the oath of peace because it's not a fantastic oath of peace. Real talk. It's not the greatest deal because they still have to keep her temples and whatnot. So they might just prefer that she's dead. It's unclear. But I think I have enough insight into who she is and what she wants and how they can go about this that I can run it. And maybe we don't get here today. I don't know. Maybe we get here an hour into the session. Unclear. We'll find out, I guess. She can also offer them information about that, hey, there's that dragon. You want to know where there's a dragon that you can talk to. The dragon could help you against my husband. I am uninterested in his machinations. Is there a read aloud text for that? Or my twins band? My twins band, yeah. My yeah, whatever. We're not gonna go there. I remember there's something she's not interested in. Sidon's war. Oh, she has no interest in her husband's schemes. Okay. Yeah, it sounds like she's like totally done with Sidon. Like she's over it. Just over it. One thing I was really confused about was the Hall of Armaments. Whatever. Weapons and armor displayed in the room contain portions for madness. Blah blah blah. Short-term madness. Neat. Using the weapon, she has disadvantage in attack rolls versus characters who are wielding one of them. If an attack, what are they? Plate mail, vulnerability, berserk, great axe, shield, missile, attraction, great sword of vengeance. Cool. She's tired of his machinations. I mean, yeah, kind of. Like she doesn't seem to give a flying fuck about what he's doing or like the war on people. She knows everyone's gonna die eventually. She doesn't really need to worry about when they do. She hits someone wearing the armor with her sight, and the cursed item is destroyed. She's overwhelmed by the ancient madness that is bound within the item. Whenever this happens, she suffers the effects of confusion spells until the end of her next turn. Okay, that's kind of neat. She knows everyone will come under her domain sooner or later. Exactly. She's a very patient god, whereas Sidon is not. But I think I'm at the point where any more thinking is just going to get me confused and make me forget about previous things that I already know. So I'm gonna call it here. We're gonna run with this. I don't even know if the players are gonna get to her, but I wanted to be prepared just in case they do. They may very well just say, "Oh, you know what? Actually, we want to explore more of the Nether Sea because it's kind of neat and there's cool stuff down here." How much have they explored? Just want to look. I can see everything, so I just gotta click on the Ultras to see what they can see. Why is there just like a teleport? The fuck? What the fuck? I'm just gonna drag this over, yeah, put it back. Cool. It's actually down here. Oh no, they sent it up here. Yeah, they sent the Ultras away. That's weird. Because Mr. Nibbles? No, because like they had to travel down here. Like yeah, Mr. Nibbles can see things, but like they had to travel down here. It's really weird, and I'm confused. He did weird movement stuff in Sky. Yeah, he did, but yeah, I don't know. Very confused. But yeah, it's really just the Charybdis and the Mirror Prison. That's basically it down here. Yeah, you get back and we're ending. Yeah. So we're gonna call it here. Thank you for being here. If you're watching us live on Twitch, then you know that Odyssey starts in about 2 hours. And we also have a YouTube where we have all of our videos forever. And if you're watching us on YouTube, Odyssey starts in 2 hours. Whatever time it is right now, whatever day of the week, Odyssey starts in 2 hours. Check out our Twitch channel. No, but we have Odyssey of the Dragon Lords on Saturdays at 4 p.m. And Ram the Frostmaiden on Mondays at 6:30 p.m. On Sundays we do one-shots, except that very soon, as in March 28th, we're starting Trolls for Hire, which is a West Marches campaign. It is a campaign of one-shots, essentially. Occasionally 2 shots, maybe even 3 shots. Who knows? And those are all going to be at 1 p.m. on Sundays. Let's wait for the actual D&D game. I mean, that's smart. We also have an Instagram, a Twitter, and a Discord. You can join those if you're so inclined. We have a really cool... Who's calling for shots? Oh, one-shots. Got it. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, shots? Moose, you confuse me. So, yeah, I'm going to call it here. And if you haven't donated the channel point goal, you should do it. That is true. So we have a channel point goal for a Tomb of Annihilation speedrun. Once we hit that, we are going to speedrun the entirety of Tomb of Annihilation in one session. I'm expecting it to take about 3 hours because players are busted. So yeah, that's it for me. Thanks for being here, and we're gonna go ahead and raid. Who we gonna raid? We're gonna raid Jesse like we usually do on Saturdays. So he's playing Horizon Zero Dawn. He's getting really close to the end of it, and he's also a player in the campaign that I just prepped. So don't tell him what we prepped here today, but tell him that we prepped here today. Tell him that we prepped here, not what we prepped here. So thank you everyone for being here, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.